Can you all believe it? It's been nearly 2 weeks. Hello my little internet folkies, I hope you're all doing great. It's vedo day 13 and today I'm doing something that my boyfriend came up with, which I thought was very interesting. You can tell vedo is pretty much just other people giving me ideas and me doing those videos, so yeah. Today I'm going to talk about moving to the UK 2 years later, because it's been just over 2 years that I've moved to the UK and I kind of wanted to give an update what it's like living in the UK, considering I moved from Germany and stuff. So I don't know, I guess this might be interesting for some people, what has changed and stuff, because I never did an update video. I remember I did a video shortly after I moved of like the truth about moving to another country, but that's been ages, so I kind of wanted to give a 2 years update. So when I first moved to the UK, I moved into a flat share because I had a work living accommodation. I lived with 2 people in the flat share at first, then both of them moved out and I've got a new flatmate, and then I stayed with her for a little bit and then I moved out that, and then I moved into another house share where I was living with 10 people in total. I was the 10th person as far as I know, but it was a lot of people. There was not a lot of space. My room was tiny. I don't know if you'll remember that tiny ass room where the sink was right next to the bed. And then from that I moved into the flat with my boyfriend, and we've been living in this flat for about a year now, just over, and it's been lovely. I enjoy living in this flat, even though yes, it's still small, but a lot of the flats in the UK, even if you're in a village, that are quite small if you don't want to pay like over £1,000 for rent. A lot of the times in the UK, in flats, in houses and flat shares and stuff, there's mold around like the windows and stuff, just because a lot of the houses have single glazing, so a lot of wind comes in, it's not sealed off properly, and it just kind of gives bacteria the room to grow, which is a little bit disgusting. But we're kind of having it under control in this flat, just because I keep cleaning the windows. I wish there wouldn't be as much mold in these houses. I don't know if I'm just moving into shitty flats or what the point is, but a lot of the places, especially in the bathrooms, there's a lot of mold going on because the windows are at a stupid place. They're right next to the shower or something like that, so there's a lot of humidity coming up there, and there's just, it could have been made better, let's be honest. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I am on my 5th job now since I've moved to the UK. Considering I've only been here for 2 years, being on my 5th job is a bit harsh, but then the first job, the waitressing job where I lived at the place, I only stayed there for about 4 months, and then I got a better job offer as a concierge, and I worked for a concierge for about 9 months, and then my boyfriend and I moved together, so I had to leave that place. Then I had a temporary job as a waitress again, but that was only for a few nights. Then I started working at Jaguar for a admin role. That was another like 8 months or something, and then that department closed down, and now I've got my new job. But I still don't know what my dream job is, so that's also kind of a reason why I keep changing. But then also I want to find a job where I make enough money to be able to live comfortably. Like, I don't need all the luxury, I just wanted to like be able to make rent, but then also have enough money in case I want to go somewhere and just buy food or necessities in general. I just want to have a comfortable life where I don't have to worry about money too much. So I'm still kind of trying to find a job where I'm happy but also make enough money to just live. Money is one of the reasons why I don't know if I want to stay here forever, just because it is quite expensive to have a flat here, like a good flat or even a house. They're absolutely ridiculously like expensive if you live in the south of England. Of course, if you move further up north, you can get cheaper houses and stuff, but then you might not live in a very nice area. I don't know, there's just this prejudice of like the north not being as nice. But then I don't know, I've never been up north. The most I've been was Blackpool, but then I've only seen the town centre there. So I don't know if it's like how bad it is or how good it is, but it is really expensive staying further down in the south of England, especially for what we're paying for this flat. We could get a really nice like 2 or 3 bedroom flat in my hometown, at least, in a like good area, in a very modern house. So I'm just a little bit like upset about the money just not adding up here, but then it's a smaller country, the space is very confined. So I kind of get that the places are a bit more expensive, but then it's really annoying because you do want to live in a nice place without having to spend all of your salary just on rent. Since moving to the UK, of course, I haven't seen my family and friends that often, and that's one of the things I really miss, that I'm just not able to go back that often. I can't really just like book a holiday every like 2 months and be like, I'm going back home. It's just, you don't get that many days off. You don't have that time. You also don't have the money to just fucking go and like visit everyone. I wish I had the money to at least go a little bit more often, because right now it's every like 4 to 6 months that I go back home. It doesn't feel like it's enough time that I spend with my family now, because I only see them about twice, maybe 3 times a year. It's a bit annoying. I wish I had a job where I had more like free time and also more money, where I could actually go home more often, or maybe for just a little bit longer than just like 4 days. Like if I could actually go back home for like a proper full week or something and enjoy the time, that'd be nice, but then you can't really agree that with a full-time job. Also, what I've realised since I moved to the UK is that I have a lot of stuff, and the majority of the things I have, like clothing wise or like books and vinyls and all that stuff, it's all still back in my parents' house. There's a shit ton of stuff. I really need to sort it out. There's a lot of clothes that I'm probably never going to wear again, or that I really should get over here because I would need them and I really like them. And then there's a lot of books that I probably would not want to keep over, or there's a lot of books still there that I have never read that I should probably get over here to read, but I don't want to keep bringing books over here because I don't have a lot of space to put all these books. But then again, if I read them and I don't like them, I can still try and like either donate them to a charity shop or see if I can sell them online or something for a few quid. It feels like I got 2 homes, so I'm buying everything for 2 homes, which is not good. And the last point I wanted to mention is that since moving to the UK, I have less time doing what I love, which really is just binge watching TV shows and reading books and having some DIY projects going on. I started knitting a blanket again just because I love knitting and it relaxes me, but then there's an unfinished blanket back in my parents' house as well that I should really get over here to finish. It just doesn't feel that at the end of the day I really have a lot of time to relax and unwind before I need to go to bed, because of like I need to wake up early again. So I wish I had a bit more time. I feel like I've just been talking garbage the entire time, what the hell. But yeah, all in all, I am really happy I moved to the UK. It's a good place. I feel it was a good choice for me to move here, just because it's still quite close to go back to Germany. It's only an hour on the plane. But it also gives me enough freedom and the experience of something new. And also I'm really happy because I'm with my boyfriend and I love him to bits. So it was a good decision. I'm happy with it, but I wish I had more money and a little bit more free time. But yeah, otherwise, good. It's a good place, yeah. If you all have any more questions about me moving to the UK or something like that, let me know. I would love to answer them in the comments or something like that. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow with the next video. I love you all. Bye. Mwah.